Hello, morning traders. 4:41 a.m. Pacific. As promised, I wanted to just go over the trading plan for today. And in order to do that, we need to start with what happened yesterday really quickly. So yesterday we found a large range in the NQ as well as the ES. 12,750 test as expected in the NQ. What was not expected, obviously, was the bounce, but that's okay. Normally, that is what happens when you find a significant support at a key level. That kind of further confirms how important the 750 level is. So in the NQ, we got a test of the prior RTH low real quick here, 13,220. That took a few hours to develop, obviously, right? From 654 to 12:30. So that's a long time that's the entire session for you. But before that, we did find a slanting W consolidation at the VWAP. It's a good sign. We want these kinds of squeezes to collect as many orders on the other side, to pick up orders on the other side here, the buy side. We traded our way, finding VWAP support and finding developing value area high support, which was a value migration, intraday value migration, I guess, from this big HVN at the 1300, and then this mini HVN back over to this one, 13220, which is significant. Obviously, it's a 180, 160 point move, and we closed with a fairly okay MOC imbalance correction above the edge here, which is good. I like that. I like the fact that we closed above 13150. Now, in the overnight action, we found sure, as usual, a test of the RTH high, followed by some down move here, which didn't bear out legs, didn't have the legs to continue. Oh, actually, it did. Interesting. So yes, it did come back. It tested, and this happens a lot, guys. The first hour high, if you're opening above in the overnight, the first hour high is tested all the time. I'm not awake at this hour. um, so I can't play this because I don't have the patience in the overnight trade, to be honest. It's possible to trade the RTH, fade the RTH high and to fade the first hour high when the conditions are appropriate. But you don't have the market internals to help you, right? So you're playing guess game. But anyway, it kind of found support there, and we are balanced. We are balanced. We've traded about, range wise, we've traded above and below almost equally, above the settlement and below the settlement almost equally. However, we have a P shape, right? P for Pulitzer. We have a P shape here. A lot of the volume concentrated in a mini bimodal overnight P shape volume profile. And today, right now, we are trading at the top edge. In fact, we are looking to take out the overnight high, looks like to me. There is still time left, about, I would say, 90 minutes left, whatever, before open. But this looks like it wants to go up and test the 1335 naked park from a couple of days ago. I know that because I have another chart here on the side where I track these conditions, and I'm not going to pull up right now, but that POC is actually over here. Yes, there you go. It comes up on this chart also, which is nice. So that's NQ. For the ES, I would imagine similar action, although not as bullish. Not this particular legs. Actually, maybe I might not have the full chart here. Whoops. Yes, it is. It's just tracking. They're tracking each other, which is a good thing. We want that. We want them to correlate nicely. Um, but with the ES, similar stuff happened yesterday. Slanting W at the Viva. Wow, amazingly, very very much correlated. Um, um, a significant move up into the 3870 area, and the gap fill, and then the extension. We didn't play this. This was amounted to a chase for us here because gap fill is too close, right? There was no way I was risking all the all the hard-earned profits there, but I could have left one runner up and exited it on this trend line break, which I did not do. Well, Definitely have areas to improve, right? We could have played the break of this trend line, but that's okay, guys. Um, there's always going to be something that you could do better. I could do better, and that's the fun in trading, right? It's like in golf. You have a good round that gives you the motivation to come back and play even after a bad round. So the plan for today, after we've now that we've analyzed both the overnight action and looked at what happened yesterday, the plan for today is to just first of all assess what price does in the first hour. Take a trade later rather than earlier, I think would be the theme for me. What I'm really looking to do is for these I want the price to finish up here so that I have first of all prior settle. I have a gap fill trade. I have a test of the prior day's value area high trade and potentially a nice and large overnight low test. So that could create sufficient movement. All these key levels could create sufficient movement on the downside for us to have good trades. NQ similar. I might not trade the NQ as much. It would depend on how much traction I'm getting in the ES. But again, if the NQ remains correlated and if the internals align on the NQ side as well, then I would be interested in taking correlated trades. But the overnight low, I doubt that we will get the 13,000 level test. I really doubt. Um, NQ will not mess around with all of these technical trades. The NQ is more fundamental in its nature, as far as I've observed. It would continue to rip if that's what the market participants, the majority of them lean towards. It's not going to come back for technical completions, but we will be looking to pick up technical trades. I'm not targeting any key levels. I think 13,335 and I feel 13,100 might be some things to might be the range to look at. Beyond 13,335, I really don't want to worry about where it goes. I'll trade my setups and I'll trade alignment with the internals pretty much. So that's my plan for ES and NQ, guys. Trade well, watch tape, watch the order flow and time and sales, and definitely keep internals in mind, guys. Hope you have a good Wednesday trading. Thank you for watching. Please do like and subscribe. Thanks, guys.